Have you ever looked at the map that shows the Burma Road? It's about 1,400 miles long and winds and turns through mountains, valleys, and plains. It is in the rugged, rocky, mountainous part of this Burma Road that we find Terry and his friends. They have set out to make a prisoner of the notorious Captain Blaze. But now he is on their side, and with his men are trying to prevent an immediate attack by the Dragon Lady's gang in the nearby wooded valleys. Now, we'll take up today's transcribed adventure in just a moment. Terry and the Pirates is brought to you by the makers of Libby's Tomato Juice, one of Libby's 100 famous foods. I wonder how many of you ever tasted a really fresh tomato. Not fresh from the store, but fresh off the vine. One you picked yourself, all big and red and juicy. You just don't know how delicious a tomato is if you haven't had one like that. But I'll tell you how you can get a mighty good idea of what real farm tomatoes taste like. You can get it just by handing yourself a big cold glassful of Libby's tomato juice. Believe you me, Libby's tomato juice is one humdinger of a drink. It's got the honest-to-goodness right tomato flavor because Libby uses prize tomatoes and cans them fresh and fast. You want to try Libby's tomato juice right away. You're missing something swell if you don't. Now, get this, it's important. Libby's tomato juice is rich in vitamin C. Yes, it's got lots of that vitamin you hear so much about. It's an excellent source, too, of vitamin A, and a good source of vitamins B1 and G. So tell your mother that when you ask her to get some Libby's tomato juice. She'll be glad to get it for you. The name is Libby's, L-I-B-B-Y-S. Libby's tomato juice. Try it tomorrow. And now, Terry and the Pirates. Because they are outnumbered and have very little ammunition, Terry and the others have to try and outsmart the Dragon Lady's men. Pat Ryan and Terry took a loudspeaker from Captain Blaze's headquarters and made their way through a tunnel to the hills outside. There they hid the speaker in a tree. The idea being to return to the big stone house and broadcast terrifying sounds that would scare the bandits away. But the wires were already hooked up to the loudspeakers, and they heard the voice of the Dragon Lady. She was alive and planning to escape from Captain Blaze's place. And everything she said came to Terry and Pat over the loudspeakers. And Terry said,
"She's back there, Pat. She has a gun and she's desperate."
"We've got to go back through the tunnel, Terry. We've got to meet her, and we can't let her escape. Thank goodness this loudspeaker was all rigged up for action. At least we know she'll be coming through the tunnel in this direction."
I'm not crazy about meeting the Dragon Lady in that narrow tunnel. She'll have one of Captain Blaze's men with her, too.
We've got to manage both of them. If she escapes and gets back to her men and to Sing Sing, well, our goose is cooked. She knows the layout of Blaze's place. She knows how little arms and ammunition we have.
Okay, I'm with you, Pat. But this isn't my idea of fun.
You don't see me breaking out in a rash of chuckles either.
What do we do?
Well, let's get into the tunnel, near the entrance. I've got an ABC idea.
The entrance to the tunnel is still hard to find, huh?
It's right near here. It's well hidden, but we can find it. Now, watch your step. Don't get your ankle caught in those small rocks.
It was only daylight, but no, everything has to happen at night.
Now, here we are. Now, put a clamp on your voice, mister.
Okay. What's the plan?
Well, I'll tackle the Dragon Lady if you take care of the fellow who'll be with her. Think you can do that?
A grand light and left of the jaw.
Just what the doctor ordered. Now, look. They'll come out here. It's just as dark for them as it is for us. Darker, in fact.
So?
Oh, where's some of that extra wire we brought along to use when we rigged up that loudspeaker?
Golly, I left most of it beside the tree when I climbed up to the box and fixed it up there.
Don't give me that answer. You've got to have a length of wire.
Oh, wait a second. Will this do? It's about 10 feet of rope.
Perfect. Now, look. We'll string it across the mouth of this tunnel about a foot up from the ground.
Hey, now I get the idea. They'll trip over.
And then we'll pounce on them and have them hog-tied before you can say Jack Robinson.
Okay. Here, take this end. I can tie one end of this loop. Tie it.
Good enough. Let's make it snappy.
Say, Pat.
Yeah?
Who is Jack Robinson?
Well, a fine time to ask me that. How high is up?
I don't know.
Well, that's who Mr. Robinson is. Now then, you park the frame over there. I'll get back here, and we'll wait for our friend.
Hey, Pat.
So much the better. But I hope there's two of them. I'd like to nab the double-crossing lad who's been in there working for her. Quiet now. Quiet.
Very right. Oh, boy. Cut on the hose here for a few minutes, mister. How you doing, Pat?
She's kicking like a steel, but I got her. Grab that gun over there, between the rocks.
Got it. Here's the rope. You want to tie her hands?
Yeah, and her feet, too.
Oh.
This was a pretty scramble. Take a look at the other escapist.
He's out. I closed my eyes and swung.
Looks like you're connected. Now then. Here we are, lady. Sorry to be so rough, but these are rough times, and we couldn't let you leave us so soon.
What do we do, Pat? Take him back through the tunnel?
Why not?
Okay, but I can't carry this fella. You could carry the dragon lady.
You'll come around in a moment. We'll let them both walk under their own power. Just sit here a moment before we start back. I was shaking myself. Now then, lady, we're back again. And I'd advise you not to go into another trance because you may not come out of it. Don't feel like talking, eh? Well, that's all right with me. I'll put her pal over there in that chair, but don't untie his hands.
Come on now, over here. There. Now sit down and behave. Sorry I have to butt you, but what else could I do?
Now then, where's old Thundercloud Blaze?
What's that you say, Patrick?
Hiya, Pink Whiskers. Look what we picked up in the tunnel. Looks like the dragon lady didn't enjoy your hospitality.
Well, blow me up and down by me whiskers and snuff box. I thought she was dead or sleeping or something in that long box. She's live enough now.
But she won't talk. And a woman who won't talk is worth looking at.
So she was trying to skip out, eh? Now that isn't being friendly. And who's this? Hold your chin up, matey. Let me have a good look at your ugly pants.
You know who he is, Captain?
Thunderation, course I do. He's cue ball's sidekick.
Well, sidekick was the lad who helped the dragon lady get out of the long box. He double-crossed you, Captain. He was going with her through the tunnel to Sing Sing and his men.
He was, eh? Why, I've a good mind to...
No, let him alone. He's had enough trouble for one night.
Yeah, better not touch him. I don't know my own strength when I'm asked. So, you brought him back alive, eh?
Yeah, and let's lock him up separately and do it quickly. We wasted too much time as it is. Sing Sing and his men will be coming back to take pot shots at it.
Right you are, Patrick. Say, all this strictly. I haven't had so much fun since I started raiding the road, so I haven't...
Well, where do we lock him up, sir?
Stand them on their feet. Follow me. They won't make another getaway. I'll see to that.
Well, the current's okay, Pat. How's that microphone?
Okay.
What's all this business about, anyway? Seems you folks have taken over me digging, so you have.
It's all very simple, Blaze. Even you can understand it.
Eh?
This microphone is connected up with a loudspeaker. Wires are strung to it through the tunnel. And the speaker is hidden up in a tree not far from here.
About halfway between here and where Sing Sing's men are hiding.
What are you going to do? Broadcast a bedtime story?
We're going to do more than that, Cap. We're going to scare them if we can. Now, what's the wildest animal there is in these parts?
Well, we got a few scrawny tigers. Most natives are afraid of those big cats, but I don't see...
Good old American ingenuity might save our skins. Now then, can you make a noise like a tiger?
Now, look at here, Patrick.
No, I mean it. You sound off like a tiger when the time comes, and that loudspeaker will make your voice sound like a man-eater.
Sure, you see, sound effects. We can make strange noises. Why, a few slaps of a flat stick against this door here, for instance, will sound like a young cannon out there.
And if we all yell and scream and stuff, we may frighten that gang away. At least till morning.
By that time, help me around.
Well, break me up in little pieces. What won't you idiots think of next? First you roll a flock of iron drums down on Sing Sing's men, and now you want to scare them away. Well, I'm never too old to learn.
Captain Blaze, please. It's coming, men.
Hey, what's that?
It's coming. Oh, muy mucho. Shooting. Come see.
You mean them rascals out there among the rocks and trees getting ready to rush this place? Is that it?
Blaze, come see. Shooting.
How was this man, no cap?
I posted him up in the tower, the highest spot we have around here. Told him to come and tell me. Well, if... All right, Ringo. Go topside. Keep look see.
It's so, Captain. It's so.
So, they're coming, eh? Well, my lads, maybe this is the showdown. I've never roared into a microphone like a tiger, but if it will save me hide, then I'm with it.
Now, Terry, go and get April and Cherry. They can lend a hand here. I'll get the machine gun through a window.
You're not going to let me stay here and tootle into a microphone while you fire a machine gun, Patrick.
You'll do as you're told, Blaze. I'm running this party.
Now run and get the gal.
No, see here, Patrick Ryan.
Look, am I going to have trouble with you? Now, you just go across to that window and stick your head out a moment. I'll show you what this loudspeaker can do.
Where do I listen?
Across the hall, where you can hear me yell into this microphone. Go ahead. I'll turn up the power and we'll get them to work.
All right, I listen. But one of these fine days, you'll get your neck out too far. It seems silly to use a radio device to scare a lot of tough Johnnies. What we need is 1,000 rounds of ammunition and a lot of rifles. When I think of all the war stuff I've taken from the Burma Road and sold, it fair makes me heartburn so it does. That's what I get for being unprepared.
Go ahead. Stick your head out that window.
All right. Do what yelling you're going to do. I've got the window open, and I'll stick my bloomin' head out.
Okay. Okay.
Well, bless me soul. That's wonderful, Patrick. You're a whole menagerie in yourself. Why, I didn't know you had it in you. Well, here's hoping when we all get going, we'll scare them lads 40 ways from Sunday. So we will. So we will.
Yes, here's hoping Pat Ryan's loudspeaker system puts a big fear into Sing Sing's men. Or I should say, the Dragon Lady's men. We'll hear what really happens tomorrow. And in just a moment, I'll tell you something about the coming adventure. Now, don't put off trying Libby's tomato juice because you're just putting off enjoyment. Libby's tomato juice is a drink in a million for downright goodness. A refreshing drink that goes over big for breakfast or any time of day. It's rich in important vitamin C and a swell source of other vitamins, too. Ask your mother to get Libby's tomato juice and some of Libby's pineapple juice. Libby's pineapple juice from Hawaii is another fine drink that's good for you. It's perfectly delicious. Now, tomorrow we'll join Sing Sing, the loud-voiced, dumb leader of the Dragon Ladies gang, and see what happens when they hear strange and dreadful sounds in the mountains. It ought to be a surprising transcribed adventure with plenty of thrills and laughs. So, if you want your share, be sure to be at your radio loudspeaker.